What's up, Bruin fans? Welcome back to this week's episode of Bruin Banter with our special guest, Margzetta Frazier.
Howdy.
Thanks for being on the show, Mars. We're really happy to have you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
The day has finally come.
Hallelujah. Baby? I don't know what I'm saying.
So this past weekend, the Bruins competed against UDub in Seattle, and we almost didn't go. We were this close to not going.
It was really pretty. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was also the first time me and Kenny had seen snow fall from the sky. That was my first time.
I can't stand people from LA, man.
Jeez,
I'm just kidding.
Don't even put this up. I can still hear you. Well, snow aside, we did compete, and it was a pretty good meet. I would say overall, it was solid. Yeah.
I heard that was probably one of the biggest crowds they've ever had.
Yes, it was their record-selling crowd, and it was electric in there.
And it was Kate's hometown, so you could really feel the love, man.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
They literally went crazy for her. Like when they said her name, when she went on her floor routine or beam routine, it was amazing. Like so cool.
And I did beam.
You did.
It was calming. It was calming up there.
Competing beam is a little different. You did really well for your first time.
Thank you.
I mean, aside from Mars's beam, there were also some really great moments in the meet, so let's get into the recap. So on bars, the highlight of the rotation was Madison Koshin, who scored a 9.925. It was an amazing routine. The Bruins then moved on to vault, where Kyla Boss finally got her perfect 10. After like a few weeks of trying to find it again, she finally found the landing, stuck it, and got a perfect 10.
Perfection.
The Bruins then moved on to floor, where Kyla again had a stellar routine, getting a 9.925. And then in front of her home crowd, Caitlin once again scoring a perfect 10 on her floor routine. It was insane. Everybody loved it. The crowd went crazy. The energy was crazy in there.
Like over the top, like blow the roof off the place, literally.
Our final rotation was beam. It was so good to see Gigi back out there in the lineups. She's been out with a heel injury, and she was finally able to crack into the lineups this week. Her heel's been feeling better, and so it was really good to see her make her comeback. Caitlin and Kyla were near perfection. They both scored 9.975s. They were beautiful, flawless routines. I had the 10 ready on a separate.
Where was the flaw?
Kyla won the all-around with a 39.775, which was the national high so far.
Kyla boss, man.
Kyla freaking boss. The Bruins got the win over Washington with a 197.6. So let's talk about you a little bit.
Okay.
Norah was on national team with you as well. You guys were like roommates a lot during camp, and how awesome is it for you to be such good friends with her then and then have her be with you now during this time period?
She's like a legend in Elite. Like she was on national team how many years?
A long time.
A long time. I met her because they found out I could sing. Like one of the very first camps I was there, and Norah just goes, "Well, sing for us." I'm like, this girl's scary. I like it.
She was really serious when she was little. Well, no, in the gym she was like so serious, and then in the like rooms and stuff she'd be like.
Yeah, she nuts. We bonded through Vine. We bonded through making up different words that don't exist. And then when she finally was able to retire and give her body a rest, that's when I made national team. And we still kept in touch, and who knew we'd both end up here again. A lot of you guys. I went to camp with you, Kyla, Nia.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was roommates with Nia like 2 years, like always, every month.
The head national team coordinator put Norah and I in the same room, never did it again. The same group, never did it again. No. Yeah.
Bad idea.
Yeah,
Nothing will get done.
Nothing got done.
No sleep. So you guys are friends for a really, really long time. Also friends during the decision-making process of what colleges to go to, what colleges to visit. Did that kind of have an impact on where you wanted to go, or?
Nope, we just both ended up here. Like UCLA wasn't even my number one until I visited. UCLA was the first college that was like, so what do you want to do like after gymnastics? And I was like, after gymnastics doesn't last forever? What? So yeah, that's why I liked UCLA, and I think she liked it for the same reason. But we didn't base our decision off of each other.
So what do you want to do after gymnastics?
Like, what don't I want to do? I love to sing, I love to dance, I love to perform, entertain, just entertainment in general. I'm really into broadcasting. I kind of want to be Oprah eventually.
Okay, I can see it happening.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Moving on to Twitter questions. So the first person asks, you always seem to look calm and collected during meets. Do you have any rituals before you compete?
The very first thing I do when I get into the arena is I take a selfie and I send it to my family because usually they're not with me because I'm traveling all over the place. And then I listen to the best pump-up playlist ever, and it's top secret, and you will never know what's on it.
I want to know the secret, though.
Never.
Maybe when you're done with gymnastics.
It'll be in my book. Ooh, spoiler alert.
At UCLA Gym asks, hey Mars, how was your transition from elite to collegiate gymnastics, and do you miss competing in elite?
My transition was a choppy one because when I got here, I actually was still competing elite. I went to championships. And it was really hard to switch that robot mentality to you get to do gymnastics mentality, not you have to do it. It took a few, I'd say months, you know. It's weird because I finally feel like I got the hang of things, I got the swing of things, you know. I love everyone on my team. We're all so close. They're all the sisters that I've always wanted. I already got some at home, but you know, they're irritating. It's all good. And do I miss competing elite? No, not really. I miss the girls though. I miss my national team girls, my camp girls. I hope they're doing great and working hard and healthy and staying healthy. That's important.
Elite was a good experience, and it's something that I don't regret.
No regrets, absolutely.
But it was hard.
It was very hard. But that only makes gymnastics in college seem that much more effortless and fun.
College gymnastics is just the cherry on top.
That's so true.
And the last Twitter question comes from at Her Majesty Kyla1, and she asks, Mars, love you, queen. Your floor routine is one of my favorites ever, and I am wondering how you came up with the concept. How did you decide which passes to do? And who were you most inspired by to do this concept?
I hate to say it, but like I didn't come up with it, you know. Voguing has been around for a really long time, and it was introduced in Harlem by the LGBTQ community. And being homeschooled, it's really easy to, you know, like procrastinate. I fell in love with makeup, and then I came across a Will and Belly tutorial, and she is the first drag queen I ever saw. And, you know, I just fell in love with drag, and then through drag I found voguing, the voguing community, and that really inspired me. And I knew that I wanted to do a Vogue floor routine when I got to college. I just knew it. And I studied. I had to pay my dues and my respects to an art that's so special. So I studied. I watched videos. I watched documentaries. Paris is Burning. I worked really hard to make sure that I put on a show that really pays homage to the community and voguing and the art of dance. My favorite routine ever.
At first, when you choreographed your routine, it didn't have the death drop in it.
Right.
And then you added it in there. I loved the death drop.
I knew it was missing something. So
It was the death drop.
Had to throw it in.
I didn't know all that history.
It was just a way they could express their individuality without being judged. Anyone will be inspired by that. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah. So speaking about individuality and expressing yourself, we're having our first ever Brew Inclusion Meet, which supports LGBTQ communities and invites everybody to come out.
Oh, yeah. Come out.
Yeah. We want to see everybody voguing with Mars.
Please vogue with me. I want to see those hands up. I want to see those lips pouted, girl. I want to see those edges laid, makeup beat, eyebrows on fleek. Girl, vogue the house down with me. Sorry.
Wow.
I get really excited.
The meet is on Saturday, February the 16th at 2:30 in Poly Pavilion, so we better see you all there, right?
Or else.
Thanks for being on the show, Mars. It was really fun to have you here. Until next time, bye guys.